Assalamualaikum and good day to everyone. My name is Tengku Ikmal Hakimi bin Mohamed Zulkefli. I am a master's student from Universiti Teknikal Melaka. Today I will present about a literature review, the use of unified theory of acceptance and use of technology, which is UTAUT in higher education research. So the background of the study is about the evolution of UTAUT. Many researchers have conducted research based on the unified theory of acceptance and use of technology, which is UTAUT, to determine which factors and elements influence user intention to use technology strategies in their educational setting. So, UTAUT developed through a review and integration of 8 dominant theories and named models, namely theory of reason action, the technology acceptance model, the motivational model, the theory of planned behavior, a combined TPB and TAM, the model of utilization, innovation diffusion theory, and social cognitive theory. This section provides an overview of the studies conducted in higher education that use and adapt this model as a research guideline. The introduction and definition of UTAUT and framework are provided first in this paper. So the research objective of this review article, which is to analyze the variables influence the acceptance of technology from UTAUT. Second is to identify what are the applied methodologies. And for the research question is, what variable influence the acceptance of technology from UTAUT? And what are the applied methodologies? The literature on UTAUT, including the variables definition, is further addressed in the methodology sections. Articles were chosen by unique keywords, and the article selection process by identification, screening, and the choosing process that meet the criteria. Okay, next is literature review, which is a unified theory of acceptance and the use of technology. Several theoretical models have been suggested to comprehend factors impacting the acceptance of information technologies and compared the 8 models from the previous research on information technology acceptance, including the technology acceptance model, which is TAM, the innovation diffusion theory, the theory of reason action, the theory of planned behavior, the motivational model, the model of combining TAM and TPB, the model of PC utilization, and the social cognitive theory. UTAUT separate variables into two categories by integrating previous model. The first type is the four essential variables, which is performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, facilitating condition. And the second type is moderating variable that significant impact core variable, namely gender, age, experience, and the last one is voluntariness of use. For the first variable is performance expectancy. It's about the degree to which the individual consider the utility of an information system and the performance gain achieved in the job due to using it. Second one is effort expectancy. Effort expectancy is the ease of with which an information system may be used. The next one is social influence. It's related to how a person perceives staff members or others with the potential influence behavior to believe they should use the information system. And the last one is facilitating condition, which is characterize an individual perceptions of an organization and technological infrastructure ability to support an information system. Next one is behavioral intention and use behavior. Behavioral intention is the individual willingness to utilize and continue to use technology and the component that drive technology usage. And the last one is moderating variables, often known as a moderator variable or simply M, modifies the magnitude or direction of an impact between two variables, x and y. In other words, it influences the relationship between independent variables, also known as predicted variables, and the dependent variables, also known as criterion variable. The next one is the methodology. This section describes the methodology that we'll use to present an overview of the current status of research on the usage of digital in higher education. For this purpose, a literature review is proposed. The literature review aims to evaluate critical data available from existing studies. Review papers can highlight interesting study areas to investigate next, and it can sometimes derive new conclusions from the existing data. The following UTAUT theories were chosen for this review because they are related to International Journal of Information Management, which is Corpus. This database enables to search through different fields such as title, author, keywords, abstract, reference, and etc. It also selects research domain, publication use, type of documents. This, this work focuses on the title, abstract, and keyword as search field. The article selection process. The primary sources or articles are drawn from current information system, journals, and articles. The database are searched for the most recent research publication using sophisticated search options and the keywords. This section describes the review findings from several angles. The analysis of the 69 record is generated from a broad perspective, and only 26 journals were picked. But of the three process, which is identification, screening, and the last one is the paper that accepted to review. Next one is result and discussion. The findings revealed that specific research achieved considerable outcome by identifying the most prevalent factors influencing technology acceptability, effect expectancy, social influence, facilitating condition, and performance expectancy. Still review and selected uh, seek publication based on the established objective for this review article. As a result, the unified theory of technology acceptance and the use technology acceptance model were evaluated using technology, and the study contained data on higher education. This study underlined the benefit of UTAUT by giving a new information on user acceptability and technology usage in higher education. The research model focused on the interplay of the following variables: the formal expectancy, FS expectancy, social influence, and facilitating condition towards using technology and the actual use of technology in higher education. In a nutshell, the original construct from UTAUT model was used and the model was to measure if it could influence higher education students or lecturers to use a particular technology. The findings showed that 9 articles use variable use as a dependent variable, the same as the original UTAUT model. The results are inconsistent among construct perceived performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, and facilitating condition. The article has been reviewed. The most consistent variable that has a significant impact is performance expectancy and effort expectancy. Users believe that using a particular technology will be advantageous or performance enhancing to the individual, and technology will be effortless and influence users to use or accept the technology. The review also showed that facilitating conditions are the most inconsistent result, and that facilitating condition could not influence the user to use particular technology. And the conclusion is this paper conducted a review on the current research condition using the UTAUT theory in higher education. The researcher discovered inconsistent in construct performance expectancy, effort expectancy, social influence, and facilitating condition during the analytical procedure. One of the problem and one of the biggest bugs of this process is the assurance that the available literature was properly and methodologically researched using a unique keyword, and that 26 articles were chosen. After reviewing the article, the most consistent variable with significant impact is performance expectancy and effort expectancy. Once the literature analysis was completed, the researcher analyzed the current situation and identified future research that to encourage and direct more studies using UTAUT models in various contexts. That's all. Thank you.